How are you doing, guys? I'm Jason Morrison. Welcome to my channel, and today I just want to talk about honestly just doubts that like everybody has, you know, especially me. Like if you have anxiety, if you have depression, just any other mental health issues that kind of get in the way of your dreams, like I completely feel you. Like I feel you, man, you know. And I really wanted to come on here and talk about this just because I feel like I let my anxiety and a lot of my issues get in the way of what I want to do. If you guys are on my channel, you've probably realized by now, and maybe not, because I haven't been uploading too much, but you've probably realized by now that my channel's like kind of film centric, like videography, filmmaking, and that's just kind of the lane I want to go down, making it into the film industry, or just like videography, like product videos. If you watch guys like Peter McKinnon, Daniel Schiffer, Maddie, all those guys, YC Imaging, you know, just people who are coming to the top of my head, I want to create content like that. You know, I want to get into like making real estate videos, making product videos, making videos for restaurants and mom and pop shops, and making, you know, cinematic films of my own, just with like cars and stuff. Bro, anything. I love creative fields. And that's why film, like I discovered I wanted to do this sometime last year. It's almost been a year since I got into this, and it's just been, you know, it's been a ride, but I feel like there's so much more I can do, and that's kind of what I want to talk about. I'm not going to let anything stop me anymore. I feel like, I know it's not just me. I know it's not just me, which is why I'm not going to get on myself too much. And I literally just came in a parking lot so I can vent, so you guys can kind of relate, and you know, just so I could talk. And I know a lot of you guys are going to relate to this. I know a lot of you guys can kind of understand where I'm coming from, so I thought that this video would be pretty important. I feel like too often we let our dreams be dreams. That sounds corny as fuck. Damn, I don't want to swear in these videos anymore, but I know that sounds corny, but it's honest. Like me, I find myself, you know, I have a lot of mental struggles. I'm not gonna disregard my mental struggles, because they make shit hard, man. Like I'm just gonna be honest. They make stuff really hard for me. But the other day I had a job interview, because we all know C-19 has kind of ruined a lot of stuff for us. If you're going through hard times, I feel you, man. I'm broke right now. I didn't know that this was going to be the case a few months ago, but right now I'm pretty much broke, and I'm looking for another job so I can put money on the table for myself and then continue buying like gear and getting more into filmmaking. But I kind of had this epiphany the other day when I was, you know, just sitting here in this little orientation thing for this job, and I was like, this is not what I want to do. Like genuinely, this is not what I want to do. I don't see myself doing this. Like personally, guys, I'm a person, or maybe, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of you guys out there who are like this as well, but I personally can't work a job that I hate. I can do it, you know, I can get by doing it for a little bit, but it mentally catches up with me after time. You know what I mean? Like that's literally one of the reasons why I left my last job. There wasn't too much wrong with it, but mentally I was so low, bro. I was depressed, brain fog, just all this anxiety. I just couldn't do it. I wanted to come to work. I wanted to make my money because I know this is going towards film. I know this is going towards going back to school and all my aspirations, but I couldn't do it, man. And I kind of realized that like I genuinely need something that I can at least somewhat enjoy, for me to do it for a long extended period of time. And that's what filmmaking is for me. I really feel like if I can break into this industry, if I can build my own business, if I can make this a career, I feel like it's something I can enjoy and not feel like, you know, when I wake up in the morning that I hate my life because I'm working some dead-end job that I just don't enjoy. And that's why I feel like we shouldn't let anything get in the way of what we're trying to do. You know, I deal with a lot of chronic pain from my anxiety and stuff like that, and it makes living life itself incredibly hard, bro. You know, it just makes things super hard. But when I think about my life, if I made filmmaking a career, and then I think about my life if I continue to sit on my ass, honestly, I'm just gonna be straight up. If I continue to sit on my ass, if I don't give this my everything, and I end up working like some job I don't enjoy, man, like, I don't think my life will be worth living. For me, that's how I feel. I just don't think it would be worth living. I wanna live a life where I'm enjoying even my work. I can turn my hobby into my job, and I'm making a living, and I'm, you know, just really enjoying what I'm doing every day. I can wake up in the morning and say, hey, I get to do what I really enjoy. That's not to say that there isn't gonna be hardships, and that's not to say that it's not gonna be a lot of work. I feel like people get this misconception that just because you're doing what you love for a living, it's not a lot of work. No. You know what I mean? Like, it's still gonna be a lot of work, but at least it's work that you don't want to kill yourself over. And I'm not saying that lightly. I'm just saying, like, at least it's work that you, at the end, you feel gratified. You know, at the end of the day, when you think about your life, you're like, hey, you know, I'm at least doing something I enjoy. And that's what I want to happen. That's what I want to come out of all this film stuff. In this past year, you know, I can honestly say that I haven't... Alright, we back, boys. Sorry about that. I had a phone call. But, yeah, what I was saying, and actually, you know, it made me think of a few other things, but I can genuinely say in this past year, I've tried, but I haven't tried hard enough. I just haven't. I haven't tried hard enough. You know, like, I'll get into this streak where I'm really in the zone for film, and then I'll spend a month doing nothing. You know what I mean? Like, this 2 weeks of just, like, creativity burst, and then I'll do nothing for another, like, 2 weeks. And I feel like too often us new filmmakers, not even just new filmmakers, in life, this is a life thing. Too often, people aspiring to do something, myself included, you know, we set our minds on it, and we think we're doing a lot more than we really are. You know what I mean? Like, we think that we're putting in more work than we really are, and in reality, we're not doing nearly enough. You know, I'm not saying learning, and I'm gonna use my example because this is just the easiest way I can explain it. You know, there's nothing wrong with learning how to do filmmaking. I bought courses, I've watched YouTube videos, I've taken notes, I've done it all. I've done it all, and I continue to do it because I think that writing things down and taking in knowledge and watching YouTube videos is obviously going to help you, but it gets to a point where watching, you know, just watching these courses, just watching these YouTube videos is not doing anything for you. You need to go out and film. And I'm a big culprit. You know, when I first got into this, I remember a lot of people saying gear isn't everything. They you know, they say it all the time. Gear isn't everything. You know, you don't need this fancy lens. You don't need this fancy camera. You don't need this gimbal. And I was like, yeah, you know, that makes sense, you know, because the real creativity comes from obviously the creator. But time and time again, I find myself like, oh, if I just had this lens, if I just had this gimbal, if I just had this drone, and it's like, I'm not even trying to go out and film. Like, I'll make a video and I'll fall back into this cycle, and I know that it's hurting my creative process. You know what I mean? I'm not going to learn just sitting on my ass and watching YouTube videos and thinking I'm getting better immediately just by watching these videos. You know what I mean? You got to be Jordan in the gym shooting threes and airballing it before you can make those. You know what I mean? You got to be in the gym shooting before you're eventually going to make one. You're not going to make one if you're just sitting on the sidelines watching, you know, drill videos of other people making their shots, and you're like, ah, I could do this now. You know, you're not putting in the work in. You're not putting the work in, excuse me. You're just not. And, you know, it's been a realization for me, and I know I'm ranting, and I feel like maybe a lot of you guys are kind of want me to shut up now, but I think a lot of people need to hear this. I think I need to hear this when I watch this video back. And at the end of the day, man, just like you guys, I want to be successful. I believe in living a life that you really want to live. I don't believe in conforming to society and working some dead-end job that makes you not want to get up in the morning and truly live life. I'm not saying that doesn't mean go to college or anything like that. I want to go back to school eventually, but I want to do things my way. You know what I mean? I remember when I was coming out of high school, my counselor kind of made me feel like I needed, because I wanted to take a gap year. But my counselor kind of made me feel like I needed to go straight into college. I needed to do this. I needed to do that. And looking back, you know, I spent all of 2019 paying off a lot of money, and I kind of wish I did take that gap year. And now that I finally know what I kind of want to do with my life, I'm not going to let anything stop me. I'm living my life off of my choices, and if I fail based on my choices, I think I can live with that. But if I'm living my life based on other people and choices that I just didn't really want to make, man, I don't know how happy I can be with that. But man, I say all this to say, you know, I don't want to go on forever. I want to keep rambling. But I say all this to say that I'm no longer gonna let anything stop me. I'm gonna try to really push through those hard days. It's easier said than done. I know I'm still gonna falter on days where I really don't feel like myself, on days where I'm really down, on days where I'm really sad, really anxious, really in pain based off my mental issues and stuff like that. And you guys, I'm sure there's other things in your life that doesn't have to be mental health issues that are getting you down and preventing you from doing it. But man, just try your best to push through that, man. Just try your best, because when you look back, you're gonna be really thankful that you didn't let any of that stop you. You're finally successful, and you're finally where you really saw yourself in life. And that's really what it's all about, man. It's all about just making it to a point in life where you're content and you're happy, man. Because, I mean, at least for me, that's my ultimate goal. I just want to be happy, I want to be successful, and I want to be happy with where I am. And you know, put it down in the comments if you guys can relate to this, not just in film, in any industry. But I'm just, obviously, because film is what I'm really interested in right now, and it's what I want to make a career, it's the easiest example I can make of this. But put it down in the comments, man. Any sort of comments. In fact, yeah, let me know what you guys want to do for a living, what your aspirations are, your newest goals and stuff like that. I would love to read it. You know, maybe it'll inspire me, and maybe hearing me speak will inspire you. And yeah, I just want to turn my channel into, you know, one big family of creatives. If you like film, make sure to subscribe. I plan on uploading more, because YouTube is a big part of this, but just working, man. It's all about working. It's all about getting through that mental block, getting through your doubts. You know, I feel like a lot of us put ourselves down, especially me. I'm always putting myself down, and it's working through those, and it's really trying to make your dreams a reality. But I discovered this thing called NoFap, and I'm gonna leave it at that. You can look it up and look into what it is. I don't really want to get too deep into this on this video specifically, because that's not really what my channel is about. That's not really the content I want to bring up. But let me just say that discovering it made me super motivated to try and change my life, and just realize that there's certain things that you put your time into, there's certain things that you're using as coping mechanisms to deal with your problems that are preventing you from getting farther in life and from being more productive. So I'm gonna leave it like that, guys. I feel like I've rambled long enough. Make sure to drop a like on this video if you guys can relate to what I'm talking about. If you guys, you know, are going through a similar situation where negative thoughts and certain life struggles are preventing you from doing what you want to do, but you're just gonna really try to push through them and really just make your dreams a reality. And that's about it, guys. It's been Jason Morrison. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to this channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one, and hopefully it's some more film content. Be easy.